to disappoint all of you. So how's it going, guys? My name is Luke. I'm 22. I grew up outside of Madison, Wisconsin. And despite what this mustache might tell you, I am allowed within 100 feet of a playground. I grew up right outside of Madison in a shocking twist that no one saw coming in a suburban middle-class white town. It was kind of like I went to high school to like a really weird cross section of like kids who drove their tractor to school. And then also like gangbangers, and then like kids like me. The gangbangers were the cool ones, obviously, but it was kind of weird because it was like my neighborhood, the sticks, and then like the sketchy neighborhood, and like my mom was always like, "Oh, don't go to that side of town, it's dangerous." And I'm like 10 years old, and I'm like, "But my friend Tyree's over there. What's going on?" And I didn't realize what she was talking about until I was in like high school, and I went on a little errand with my friend. He was like, "Oh, let's, I gotta go to the park to get some weed." And I was like, "Of course, my friend, I will accompany you on this fine journey." And just 2 p.m. on a Thursday, just going to get drugs. It's normal, right? I don't know. And we get to this, and it's this car sitting there, and I was expecting a female driver, because he kept saying she. Like, he was like, "Oh yeah, she's right up here, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, like, let's get in the car," and we both get in the back of the car. Dude, surprise, it's a dude, turns around, he's got a mask on, and he puts a gun to my forehead, or to my head. Don't worry, I didn't die. And he was like, give me everything you got. And so I just took all the cash in my wallet out, which, by the way, was $12. Like, what do? You gonna get some ice cream after you rob this guy? But then, like, he was like, no, your whole wallet. And I was like, "Okay, just let me get my ID out. And he goes, yeah, get your ID out. He got, like, weirdly reasonable all of a sudden. And I was like, I wonder what else I can get away with. I was like, dude, my Starbucks card's in here. I got, like, 60 points. Like, I was really trying to get coffee tomorrow. Yeah, he eventually kind of caught on after I tried to get the Best Buy gift card that my grandma gave me, so. But yeah, like, the worst part about it was, like, so, like, we get out of the car, and then we're, like, standing there, and, like, we're like, holy shit, we just got robbed, like, oh, fuck. And then all of a sudden we hear, like, this commotion coming from, like, the house, like, right across the street, and this, kid you not, this old woman, 70 years old, her name is Bernice, God bless her soul. I don't know if she's dead. But she comes out with a fucking rifle, which is how you know I live in Wisconsin. And she shoots their taillight and like gets away. And like, it's really hard to admit that a grandma has more street cred than you, but despite all that shit, I'm actually kind of like a huge nerd. Zach is actually my DM, my dungeon master, and if you don't know what that means, it is a sex thing. I'm a huge fucking Star Wars fan. I get really high and watch Star Wars like all the time, and like especially during COVID, like lockdown and shit, I was just like. You've seen the movie too many times when you start questioning the logic of all the characters. Because here's one thing about the original trilogy none of you ever realized. Chewbacca had the answers the whole time. He's 150 years old. He knows Yoda. Luke was like, I gotta find this fucking weirdo named Yoda. Oh shit. Dude, bring Chewbacca with you. They're homies. What the fuck? You're an idiot. Chewbacca literally lived through like 3 revolutions, and they're not asking him shit. They're just like, Chewie, what are you doing? He's like, and he's like, we gotta fucking like starve the camp or whatever, dude. Like, fucking Christ, man. But I'll get out of here on this. Obviously, I look at the internet a lot, so I'm gonna read you 3 of my favorite porn comments. So we're just going to ignore the fact that she put colors and whites together. Cream pies are cool and all, but have you ever been filled with the love of God? And then here's the last one. You guys ever realize in the original trilogy, Chewbacca had the answers the whole time? Thanks, guys.